is First Step.
Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Kevin. Welcome to the First Step podcast. Unfortunately, Javi is not here with me today. He is at another stint at the rehab center, man. The guy just doesn't lay off the freaking booze. No, I'm kidding, dude. The guy's on vacation. Just didn't want to be here with you guys. But I'm here with you because I love you. I just have a small podcast today. Not going to take up a lot of your time. I just want to touch a few different things. First thing being the Open Championship. What a doozy. We had all the guys that we talked about completely were garbage except for Xander. Xander did pretty well, ended up winning the whole thing. We got a two-time major champion now. He won the PGA. He did great at the Open. You got to give it to him. Really fought all the weather. He got lucky on the draws, didn't have to fight that weather the first 2 days, and then just kept up the momentum to take the dub. Scotty, unfortunately, on Sunday just didn't have it in him, couldn't compete. And it was a great watch, man. That's what you want to see for major golf, and we got it. It was sad to see that Rory did not get a chance to make that claim. He just keeps giving it up to everybody else, and can't lock down that major. I also want to touch into something that's near and dear to my heart. Just recently, I got EA Sports College Football 25, and now I've become a master at college football. I've played college football video games my entire life. I was so upset that NCAA didn't exist for 10 years, and I'm glad that we have it back in our lives. It's a whole new year. NIL, college football's in a great place. You got NIL deals, you got the college football playoff, you've got new divisions, new conferences. They got rid of the divisions within the conferences. I'm super excited about it. So what I want to do for you guys is do a super early. I have every right to change my mind and change this list down the line when we get closer to college football. But right now I want to do a super early college football preview, starting basically with the big four conferences that we have. First thing I want to go through is the ACC. Obviously, I am a Miami fan, so ACC is near and dear to my heart. We've got Miami, should be, not just because I'm a fan of theirs, but they should be very good this year. Mario Cristobal's third year. He's done really good at recruiting, very good off the transfer portal. You got Cam Ward, he's really good. Miami could get Cam Ward to play really well if he fits in really well. Mark Fletcher's our running back. We got a great defensive line. The only kind of weakness that I see that we have right now is our secondary defense. We have a good wide receiver core. That secondary that we have on defense is not as strong as I would like to be. Also, I really hope that Mario has some like game management courses or something that he did there to get us through those games that we end up losing for time management and stuff like that. But Miami has a very good chance to come out of the ACC, ideally with the conference championship. I think them and FSU are probably the two best teams to come out of it. One of those teams will get that first round bye in the college football playoffs. I think FSU has a lot of unknowns about them. They lost a lot of players last year. Them being taken out of the championship last year really bothered them, and they got a new quarterback. I don't know if DJ has that in him. I'm super excited to see what he does. I know Mike Norvell's a great coach. He knows what to do. This is his fourth year, I believe. So we'll see. A lot of unknowns. They have a great running back room with Toffel and Holmes. So let's see. I like FSU. I like Miami. I think Clemson's always somebody you need to talk about. Dabo Swinney is the man. Talk about a great defense. I just don't think they're as good as they have been recently. Boston College was another team that always ends up beating some schools, and NC State with Jordan Waters there out of Duke. Their running backs, they finally have a running back that could actually run the ball. So it's exciting to see what NC State might do. But yeah, I like Miami. I think ACC is going to be a lot of fun this year. I do like that first round bye, and then maybe either FSU or even Clemson. Both teams might actually make it to the playoffs. Big 12, first time we see them this year. They're big time. They've got a lot of good teams. My favorite coming out of the Big 12 is Oklahoma State. You got Kansas State. Texas Tech is good there. UCF, I know they're an underdog to come out to win it, but it'll be a lot of fun to see what happens at the Big 12. Big 10 this year is phenomenal. We've got some of the best football, the second best conference, I like to think. Ohio State, obviously, big contenders. I really like them coming out of Ohio State. I think they're going to be a top 4 team in the nation. They got that freshman wide receiver, Jeremiah Smith, and I just like them a lot. I really do trust them in this season. Oregon, we're talking about this guy from Oklahoma, Dillon Gabriel, came in. He's going to be one of the best QBs in the nation, I feel like. He's a Heisman candidate. They got that tight end, Terrence Ferguson, very good too. I really think that this team's going to be very explosive on offense. Their wide receivers are intense. Their defense, they have all the talent in the world. I really like Oregon coming out, probably winning the conference. I like Ohio State, probably going to be challenging them for that conference spot. Michigan, obviously, defending national champions. They lost their coach. They lost some players. I don't know if they're going to be that same team. Penn State, always competitive. USC, they're the new dog in town. Them in Oregon, and I would love to see USC make a name for themselves. Again, this conference has a lot of players, a lot of teams that could come up there and take those spots. There's only 12 teams that go to see that college football playoff, so I would like to see them maybe get 1-2 spots, maybe even a third if possible. Big dogs, old school, SEC. We're talking about the best teams in the country almost. Texas, Georgia, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, very good team this year. Alabama, always good. Talk about a well-run oil machine. Alabama, I think the fact that Nick Saban's not there, it matters in the sense of the institution, but that team has been so well coached, and everybody there was part of the Nick Saban school of football, so I think they're just going to do fine. Obviously, Florida could always be competitive. I think that week 1 is actually very good for all of college football. I'm going to be locked in on week 1 in college football. A lot of big upsets. Florida, UM, first game. UM's playing at the Swamp. That you can't ask for much more. I'm so excited for college football this year. Georgia, I like them a lot. I do think that Texas actually comes out on top, takes the conference championship. I think Georgia's probably number 2 there. No problem. You're going to see at least 2, most likely three teams come out of here. They're going to probably take those extra 3 spots. You could literally all those teams I named, they could be the next 3 spots after the conference champion. Think about it. You got the conference champions all have that first round bye. Then you have the people that play against them. So there's 8 teams there. Notre Dame's going to take a spot as an independent. They're going to end up being like 11-1 or something like that, or 11 or 10-2 maybe. They're going to give Notre Dame a spot. So you only have 9 teams. You only have basically 3 spots there. You're going to give G5 a spot. In the G5 and those other conferences, I think the only real team that has a chance there is Liberty. So you only really have 3 spots. Are they all coming from the SEC? Are they going to split it between the SEC, ACC, and the Big 12, Big 10? It's super exciting. It's the first time this has ever happened. I'm really excited to see what the committee decides. And yeah, again, college football is in a great place. I think there's a lot of good teams. I don't know if there's any elite teams yet. I would like to wait till I say that until week 1. See how teams are playing out and see how like the schemes are working. Once that week 1 happens, though, that's when we're really going to get in the nitty gritty of college football, see where people are out, and see who's going to take the national championship. Early favorites, I'm going to come out and say it. My early favorite is Texas this year. I like Texas and I like Oregon. Those are my 2 teams that I'm thinking. Tennessee is a sleeper. Alabama's obviously a sleeper. But yeah, those are my picks. Texas and Oregon. And for my Heisman, believe it or not, again, I'm thinking UM's going to do really well. And I think the only reason that UM does really well is because Cam Ward plays out of his mind. I think that he is a Heisman candidate. He's got great odds right now. He's like a 9th to win it. So check him out. Or obviously Dillon Gabriel from Oregon. He's like a super high, not fun pick at all. Make sure you guys, that's it for me. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Small little podcast, like I told you. Yeah, you could find us on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram and TikTok. That's where we post those geocache postings that we do, and people seem to love it. And on Spotify, make sure you hit follow, and you guys could comment and give us a little rating, a little 5-star rating. All right, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You have a good one. We'll see you next week here on the First Step Podcast.
You've been listening to First Step. We told you we don't take this too seriously, didn't we? I'd say we've proven that. Yes, we love sports, and we love sports betting. But we like the funner side, not the stuffy side. We hope you had a blast like we did. If so, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon. But in the meantime, find us on Instagram and TikTok at First Step Bets. See you next time on First Step.